Hey everybody, this is Willow, and I'm working to help people to wake up. I want to talk to you guys a little bit tonight about Ken's Morgellons Gel that he's created or accidentally discovered. That's what he says. Anytime that somebody posted something in the comments or somebody emails me or tells me about something that they have discovered, a treatment that they have discovered for Morgellons, or something that'll bring the Morgellons out of the body, or it doesn't matter if it's something to do with helping the sores, or if it's something to pull the fungus and all the nanobots out, or if it's something for the sting and the itch, and whatever it is, if somebody sends me something or tells me about something, then I want to get it out there to the public, because it's crucial, especially right now, because we have so many new cases of Morgellons breaking out. So it's crucial to get this information out to the people who are maybe just now being stricken with Morgellons, and they don't know, not only do they not know what it is, but they don't know what to do. So it's important to get all the help that we can get to everybody out there. And something else is, it seems like we don't know enough about Morgellons to really know what we're dealing with here, folks. So we're all just experimenting on ourselves, and it's all trial and error. But for some reason, a person that maybe last week was fine, the next week could just wake up with Morgellons, with itching and stinging and crawling. And so it kind of leads me to wonder, is there something that they're eating, or if there's something that they're doing that's triggering Morgellons, or maybe Morgellons is already laying active in their body and they're doing something or eating something that's activating it? Or is it just that their body reaches a point to where it becomes saturated so bad that it can no longer hold the crap, and it just starts, releasing it? So I don't know, but it seems like some people who previously seemed to be fine are just all of a sudden, like, overnight experiencing itching and crawling and stinging. So we got a lot of unanswered questions. But anyway, the point is to help as many people as we can, to get all the information out there as fast as we can, as soon as we can, to get it into the hands of the people. Now Ken, I've been communicating with him through the comment section. He contacted me, after watching one of my videos, and he's been keeping me updated on his situation. Now, he has Morgellons. I think he has a lot of other issues to go along with it, but and it doesn't help matters when you already ill, and then you be stricken with Morgellons on top of it. It can just add fuel to the fire. But he's just like the rest of us. He's looking for answers, and he's experimenting on himself. Because why? Because we're pretty much forced to, since there doesn't really seem to be that much help out there from the doctors and stuff. But he's been seeking answers, and he's been experimenting on stuff like we all do to try to remove the Morgellons from the body. And he has discovered, by accident, he said, while he was making smoothies, he said, while he was drinking a smoothie, he said he noticed some of the little Morgellon things coming out of his mouth, and that's how he discovered this gel. Now, I'm going to give you the recipe to it, and I'm going to read you a little bit about what he says, but I want to say this up front. If anybody has any questions about Ken's gel, you can contact him through the comment section. Just go to my YouTube channel and go to the comment section, and you'll find some of his comments, and just contact him there. And then if he wants to, maybe he can give you an email or some other way to contact. If you have any questions for him about this gel, or any questions about Morgellons or anything, you can contact all of us through, or any of us who have posted on here through the comment section. So I just wanted to get that out there in case y'all have any questions for Ken. Now, when he sent me this this recipe for is Morgellons Gel. It's like a body gel, and you just rub it on your body. And I went yesterday and I got the ingredients. I got the ingredients to make it. And I got everything except I couldn't find the chia seeds. It calls for chia seeds. Now he says the chia seeds are very important because this is what gives it the gel-like texture. And also there's antioxidants in the chia seeds, he says. But even though I couldn't find the chia seeds, I went ahead and I got the other ingredients, and I came home and I whipped it up. And I crawled over in the bathtub, and wasn't any water in the bathtub. I just crawled over in the bathtub because I didn't want to mess up the bathroom. So I crawled over in the bathtub and I just started sloshing it on. And now I can tell you now, I just put some in my hand, and the very instant that I touched my leg with this gel, with this smoothie stuff, I felt the sand coming out of my leg. And I looked down, and I said, and the more I would rub my leg, the more it would come out. Now, there was white sand, there was black sand, there was like some hair looking, you know, those real fine hair looking structures that it looks like hair, but it don't look like hair. You know, it looks like it's a filament. It looks like hair, but when you look at it, let it real close, you can tell that it's not hair, that it's different. But anyway, a lot of those were coming out. And so I just rubbed it all over my body. And it seemed like the more I rubbed, the more I could feel coming out. You know, and I had a lot of sand around my midsection. You know, right below my rib cage. I had a lot of sand. It seemed like a lot of it built up there. And so I just kept adding it there and rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it, and I kept feeling it coming out, and I thought, yeah, I can't believe I got all this in me. And the reason I can't believe it is because I'm doing the treatments. I'm doing the Epsom salt treatments every week, twice a week. I don't do them every night anymore because I don't feel like I need to do them every night, but I'm doing them twice a week. And honestly, folks, I didn't think I would have anything to come out. I didn't really think that I would have anything still in me. But this proved me wrong. Because I do. So, this definitely works. For anybody who wants to try it, it definitely will pull the crap out of your body. Okay? So, that doesn't mean that you can't use or you can still use, I mean, like, I'm still going to do my Epsom salt baths, but I'm also going to use this for like a topping. Like, I'm going to use this first. I'm going to keep some of this, and I'm going to use this first, slosh it on, and leave it on for a while, and wash it off, and then do my Epsom salt bath so I'll get that double protection. But anyway, after I slosh it all on, and I sit in the tub, and I just kind of just sit there for about 10 minutes, just rubbing it, you know, rubbing it all over me and all over me, and I could just feel the sand and stuff, you know, all over my body, and my legs and my feet. My feet had a lot of sand in it, you know, and I couldn't see the sand that good because of the blueberries. The blueberries kind of makes it hard for you to see what's coming out. Because what I really wanted to get, I wanted to get a video of it was coming out, but then when I tried to take a video, all I could see was the blueberries, you know, and I could see some white stuff, but I couldn't really see the sand and the little hair-like things coming out. So the video didn't work too good. But Ken says you can leave the blueberries out if you want to, so that would be optional, I guess. If you want to use them, you can. But he says you don't have to. So I sit in the tub about 10 minutes, and then, you know, I kept rubbing on my legs, and there was like I could feel that, you know, that needle-like sting that you get sometimes when you know there's you feel something moving and you feel that like stinging like needle, like somebody sticking you with needles. I started getting that on my arms and my legs, and I thought when that started, I knew. I said, oh, something big is, you know, there's a lot of them fixing to come out, because that's usually what happens when you feel the stinging. It's usually an indication that there's a cluster there. So anyway, I just kept rubbing that area, and that, sure enough, you know, they started coming out. And I had so many that had come out, I kind of got like, whoa, freaking out a little bit. I said, I'm gonna get this off, because I don't want to give them a chance to go back inside my skin. So I left it on about, you know, maybe 10 minutes, and then I washed it all off. And then after I washed it off, I did it again. I put some more on again, and still, I was still getting the sand out. So, just to confirm, this is confirmation that Ken's Morgellons Gel does work. And if you want to try it, go get the stuff and make it and whip it up and try it. And you might just want to keep some on hand all the time. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to just keep some in the bathroom all the time, and maybe use it like a, well, I'm going to use it for like a treatment, but maybe you could use it for like a cleanser, you know, a cleanser too. Like maybe add some of your soap in it and use it to maybe wash your hands, or maybe if you want to just use it to cleanse your whole body, you could just turn it into like a body wash. You know, you call it Ken's body wash. But also, the one thing I didn't do last night is I did not put it on my scalp. I wasn't ready to do that yet. And the reason why I wasn't ready to do my scalp is because I remember when I was first stricken with Morgellons, I remember how bad and how infested my scalp was. And when I started doing the soakings and Epsom salt, and the fungus, the white stuff started coming out of my scalp, and all the little bug looking things, I was so freaked out over that till I nearly had a nervous breakdown. So when it comes to my scalp, I want to be like really cautious. But I am gonna do my scalp. But when I do my scalp, I'm gonna saturate it real good, then I'm gonna put like a shower cap over it and leave it in my scalp for maybe a couple hours, I don't know, and then shower it out. But I got a little anxiety about doing that, because I'm afraid of what I might see. I mean, I know it's going to be good, you know, for it to come out, but I'm having a little anxiety about doing my scalp. But anyway, folks, it works. If you try this, if you get the gel, you mix it up and you try it and you don't see anything coming out, then that's probably a good sign. I mean, maybe you're clean. Maybe that's a sign that you're clean. You know, if you've been doing the treatments, if you have Morgellons and you know you've had Morgellons and you've been doing the treatments and you try this and you don't see anything coming out, then that's a good sign for you. Okay? But then on the other hand, some people may try it and they don't see anything happening, and it's possible, especially if it's somebody who hasn't seen anything come out before, but they're having some of the mild symptoms of Morgellons, it could be that it may take more than one treatment with this to get it started, because Morgellons is deep. Morgellons does go deep into your body. It goes deep into your skin. It goes internally. It affects everything. So if you think you have Morgellons, or even if you know you have Morgellons and you try it and you don't see anything the first time, I would suggest that you keep trying it, or maybe just try it, you know, every now and then, and just experiment with it and see what happens, because it's possible that if the fungus and the nanomaterials is deep inside the skin, that it may take it a while. It may take a couple of treatments for it to surface, because that's the way it was for me in the beginning. In the beginning, when I first started having the crawling and the stinging and the itching, I was doing the bathtub soakings, but it was my main reason I was doing it was to help the to try to stop the crawling and the itching. I didn't realize at that time that there was anything inside me that needed to come out. And after about 2 weeks, and I was doing them every night, the treatments, but after about, I think it was about 2 weeks before I saw anything come out of my skin, and then I started seeing like a white, like a white fuzz coming out of my pores. And I thought, well, that might be off the towel. The first time it happened, I thought it might be off the towel. The second time, I knew better. I said, this is coming out of my skin. And then once it got started, once that fungus gets started, it's going to keep coming as long as you're doing the treatments. If you're not doing the treatments, it's going to stay in you. But if you do the treatments, it's going to keep coming, and you're going to keep seeing it until you get all of it removed. So, I just want to encourage everybody out there that's looking for something to remove the Morgellons from the body, from the skin, to try Ken's Morgellons Gel. Now, I'm going to give you the recipe. Well, let me read it. I just want to read a little bit about what he says right here in this last comment he had. Okay, this little experiment just proves that it will work on someone other than myself. I don't think the blueberries are necessary, but the chia seeds are, because it thickens to the gel form with this in it, and you can add less or more to make it thinner or thicker. Chia seeds are also a powerful antioxidant and contain the good oils, and also has a lot of protein without all the calories. Hence, that is why I drink the smoothies. Okay, but just by accident, by God's grace, I found out it works very well on Morgellons. And he wanted to point this out. I give God all the credit, and he asked to post that in the video. So he's given all the glory to God, which is, of course, what we're supposed to do. You know, and it's by God's grace that we're finding these remedies. And I think it's because we're seeking God. See, while we're in the midst of this, we're seeking God. And when you seek God, he's going to show you what to do. And this is proof of it. Okay, I'm just a messenger with a very scientific mind. It is still a work in progress, and I am sure I can make it more effective with other ingredients added to it. But also, it has to be made with active buttermilk and yogurt. The buttermilk basically dehydrates the white stuff. The yogurt seems to do the same thing, but I think it penetrates the skin further and reacts with the Morgellons, but doesn't dry it out as much. Sugar is the attractant, both top to deep layers of the skin. If they are very deep, the first application will pull them more towards the surface, but not out. The ones in the upper layers of skin will surface and come out. Yeah. The ones that are already in the process of surfacing will come out. The other ones will come out later. Okay, now my next question I'm putting to myself, is the stuff also embedded in the muscle tissue and organs? Because sometimes I will have an itch all the way down one of my muscles in my back or neck. Also, I'm having trouble with my liver, kidney, thyroids. According to my latest blood test panel last week, I can review my blood work since Guest Diagnostic does it, and I can log on to the site and see for myself. So you see, he's dealing with other issues, other health issues besides Morgellons. So he's getting a double dose. Ken's getting a double dose, so he needs our prayers, okay? And we're going to lift him up and pray for him. Also, my blood cells themselves vary too widely in size, from small to fairly big, which can also be related to blood disease my wife's mother had. My circulation is bad, especially in my feet and lower legs, and the Morgellons could also be causing that also if it's in my bloodstream, which I'm almost 100% sure it is. It's not just the skin. Okay, this is where it starts, but I think if left untreated, it could infect the whole body to the point of death, which would be an extreme case, but I think it could happen. Yes, of course, yes, it does affect the whole body. It affects the body internally, the kidneys, the liver, the lungs, the colon, the digestive system, everything. You know it has to, because anything that is this invasive in your body has to be affecting everything. And like I said in one of my other videos, yes, Morgellons, it can kill you if you let it. But you don't have to let it, especially if you know Christ as your Savior. You do not have to let this kill you. No. You can seek God, number one, and God will lift you up, pull you up, and show you what to do. God will show you what to do. He will show you how to heal your body, just like He did me, just like He's doing Ken. He will show you what to do. But you have to seek God. You have to have a relationship with God. You have to have a connection with God. So this is very important, folks, that you seek God while you're doing your treatments. Or anybody that's ill with anything, you seek God. Just seek God. God will lift you up and He'll show you what to do to heal your body. Now, I did send Ken back a message and talk to him about some of the detox for internally. You know, I was telling him about the link that I posted for the guy who said that he cleansed his body internally with potassium iodide. I think he said he got the powder and mixed it with, saturated it in water, and was taking it like 6 drops a day. And he was taking boron too. So I'm not sure if he meant the boron that's in the borax, you know, that you bathe in, or if he meant he was actually taking boron supplements. But both of them would probably work. But so I wrote him back and told him about the potassium iodide. And then also it's important, if you have Morgellons, it's important to replace the trace minerals in your body, because the nanotechnology, as Harold Kutz, I know some of you probably know who Harold, the scientist, says that Harold Kutz, or whatever his name is, he says that the Morgellons, the nanotechnology, depletes the essential minerals in your body, and you have to start putting minerals back in your body, your trace minerals, like your iodine and your magnesium and your selenium and your copper. And I don't know about iron. I don't know what he said about iron. I think he said we don't need iron. But some of the trace minerals. So what I do is I just get the little, if you go to the health food store, you can find the little bottles. They usually got the little bottles of trace minerals. It says trace minerals on it. And it's got a blend or a mixture of trace minerals. So I just get them and take them. You can always get the little small with the drops where you keep in your purse and just take the drops. I take them, plus I take the magnesium chloride. The magnesium chloride, it helps me in a lot of ways. I mean, you can get the oil, magnesium oil, and use it on your skin, but also you can take the magnesium chloride internally for the internal cleanse. So there's a lot of things you can do internally. So yes, it does affect you internally. Also, there was a lady who put, oh yeah, she said there was a lady on one of the websites that I was watching who said she cured her Morgellons with essential oils. She said she was taking 2 to 6 drops of 6 different essential oils. I think it was lemon, cinnamon, clove, oregano, thyme, and the other one was rosemary. She was taking anywhere from 2 to 6 drops of each one of these a day, and she said she cured her body of Morgellons. So just putting this out here for people who may be wondering what to do internally. Now, there's a lot of things we can do, you know, with the Epsom salt baths and the baking soda and the borax and Ken's gel externally to remove it from our skin. But there's also things that we can do internally to do the internal cleanse. And of course, any kind of cleanse that you can get, like liver cleanse or kidney cleanse or lung cleanse or colon cleanse, any kind of cleanse, of course, is going to be an extra benefit. So there's lots of things you can do for internal cleanse. And by the way, if anybody out there has a remedy for has a treatment for an internal cleanse, or has any kind of, has created something or has used something that has worked for them, like Ken has done, for an internal cleanse, and you're watching this, drop me a line in the comment section and let me know what it is, and I'll put it out there so people can know. Because this stuff is this is not no dance in the park, folks. This stuff is serious. This stuff will kill you if you let it take hold. It'll kill you. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing to get the information out there, you know, and I know everybody else wants to do the same. Now, let me give you the recipe. I'll give you the recipe for Ken's gel. Okay, here it is. 1 banana, a 1/2 cup blueberries. Now this is, like I said, the blueberries are optional. You can use them or you don't have to. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, 1 cup of buttermilk, or 1 6-ounce little container of yogurt, plain or vanilla. And that's it. That's 5 ingredients. That's all of them. So you get those ingredients, you bring them home, you put them in your mixer, your blender, you mix them up, you make you a smoothie, and then you just rub it all over you. And you can leave it on. I guess you can judge for yourself as to how long you leave it on. Leave it on as, I guess, as long as you want to, or leave it on as long as you feel you need to, and wash it off. If you still see stuff coming out of your body, you do it again. I don't see any reason why you can't just keep using this. You know, you can use it 2 or 3 times in one treatment. I mean, in one session if you want to, and then maybe if your skin starts turning a little red, you can quit and put you some oil on your skin and come back later that night and do it again. But we got to do whatever works, you know. So, okay, I think that about wraps it up with Ken's gel. But we want to thank Ken for giving us this recipe for his Morgellons Gel. We know that God's going to bless him for the work that he's doing to help other people that's suffering like himself. And we all want to make sure that we keep other people in mind, because like I said, every day there's new people who are being stricken with this, and they're just like us, folks. They're just like us. They freak out in the beginning. You know how you freak out, because you're itching, you're stinging, your skin's crawling, and you don't know. It's like you're in a horror movie. So when these people start looking for help and they find us online, or they find us on YouTube, we want to make sure we deliver the goods. We deliver what they need to get started. So that's about all for today, folks. And so I'm going to talk to y'all later, and I love you guys. Thanks for watching.